Hey guys, how are you all? So this is Mahesh Pradhan and welcome back to my channel. So ଆଜି ଭିଡ଼ିଓରେ ଆମେ ଜାଣିବା କି what are the four steps that you can implement and you can become a fluent English speaker in just 30 to 60 days. So this is not a random video that I'm making. So this is a research video. I have researched a lot and I have watched multiple YouTube videos of different kind of English speaking trainers, and I have curated a summary, or you can say it is a gist. It about a summary or gist of all the YouTube videos that you are seeking or you are scrolling through the YouTube to get advice or get tips on English speaking. Right. So without further delay, so let's start the video. So first thing, English is not a subject. So English is a language. So when it comes to spoken English, English is not a subject. Just treat English. It is just a language. And just imagine how any small child or any baby learns a language. So you know that different trainers or different English speakers, they have different approach to speaking English or improving English speaking. Many trainers, they approach the students that first you have to learn grammar, then you have to learn vocabulary, then you have to listen, then you have to speak. This is their approach. I don't judge any trainer or any English speaking coach for their approach. Every approach is correct in their own way. But I have researched a lot and I found the most common and most easiest four step that anyone can implement and anyone can become fluent in this language within a short span of time. So ଆଜି ଯୋଉ ଭିଡିଓଟା ମୁଁ ବନଉଛି ଗୋଟେ ସର୍ଟ ସ୍ପାନ ରେ ବା 30 days ରେ ବା 40 days ରେ ବା within 30 to 60 days how you can become fluent in English language. So this is all about this video. So the first step, just imagine, you have to ତମକୁ imagine କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ କି ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ଛୁଆ ସେ କେମିତି ଗୋଟେ ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ କୁ ଶିଖୁଛି. The language can be Hindi language, that can be Odia language, and that can be any regional language or any language. So ଯୋଉ environment ରେ ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ଛୁଆକୁ ଆମେ ଛାଡିବା ସେ ସେଇ language ଶିଖି ଯାଉଛି very easily. Why? Because the baby or the child learns the language by listening to his or her parents or the people around him or her, right? So ଛୋଟ ପିଲା ଯିଏ ବା ଛୋଟ ଛୁଆ ଯିଏ ତାର around ରେ ବା ତାର environment ରେ ତାର ବାପା ମା ହୁଅନ୍ତୁ କି ଯୋଉମାନେ ବି ଅଛନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କଠୁ ସେ ଶୁଣିକି ସେ ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ୱାର୍ଡ ଶିଖୁଛି, ତାପରେ ସେ ଇଂଲିଶ ବା ସେଇ ସେମ୍ ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ରେ ବା ସେଇ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ହଉ କି ହିନ୍ଦୀ ହଉ ସେ କହିବା ଶିଖି ଯାଉଛି। ଆଗ ୱାର୍ଡ ଶିଖୁଛି, ଦେନ୍ phrases, then broken phrases, then broken sentences, then finally he or she starts to speak that language, right? So we have to apply the same rule, the same concept in learning English language, because when it comes to spoken English, just don't treat English just a subject. এটা ଗୋଟେ ସବଜେକ୍ଟ ଭଳିଆ ତାକୁ ଟ୍ରିଟ୍ କରନି କି ଆମକୁ ଗୋଟେ କମ୍ପିଟିଟିଭ ଏକ୍ଜାମ ଦେବାର ଅଛି ଆମକୁ, ବଟ୍ ଏକ୍ଜାମରେ ଭଲ ସ୍କୋର କରିବାର ଅଛି। No, treat English just like a language. So how you can learn a language? So first you have to listen. First you have to listen carefully, and you can say active listening. So just like a baby actively listens what his or her parents uh, you know they're speaking, and he or she tries to imitate their language, and finally he or she able to speak that language. Just like that we have to listen the English language. And so what we have to listen, and my suggestion will be conversational kind short podcast or short audio clips you have to listen. Because if you are a complete beginner, then just go for the high flying English, or content consumption of 1 hour or 1.5 hour, 2 hours, no. Or any watch any English movies, no. You just have to listen to small audio clips of conversational podcast. So where you have to find, you can find the short conversational podcast on YouTube. You can search on YouTube that podcast. You can search on celebrity podcast. They are talking with each other. The two people are there sitting and they're talking with each other. This is called conversational kind of podcast. So by listening to the podcast, then you can observe their phrases, their sentences, their words, the kind of words they're using, and you can note down the new words, that you don't know the meaning, and you can search on Google what is the meaning of the word, and you can use the word or reuse the word in a different context or different situation. Just like I'm giving you a demo, just like if you watch a podcast and you encounter a phrase, the problem, or a word problem, and you don't know how to use the word problem. Okay, so in the podcast they say that the problem is that in India you don't have a very huge scope for film industry. So the problem is used in a different context of film industry. So what you can do, you can use the same word problem in a different situation. You can say like this: the problem is that in our Odisha there is no huge scope for employment, right? So I'm using the word problem with employment. The same word it can be used in a different situation and different context. So whenever you learn a new word and you use that in a different situation, then this word will get registered in your subconscious mind, and you cannot never forget that word, and definitely uh, it will come naturally in your mouth whenever you are having any conversation, right? So just like problem or any other word, so you can learn new words and you can implement or reuse the words in a different situation. So पहला step ये हो गया listening. Then you have to just mimic means copy. So whatever they're actually speaking on the podcast, so just pick up few lines, pick up few phrases, pick up few sentences and try to imitate, right? Try to copy, try to speak, because if you are not speaking, your muscle memory, the muscles of your mouth or the muscle memories will not train to speak that language effortlessly. And whenever you try to speak English, you find it difficult because your muscle memory, they're not trained to speak that language. This will not come automatically, or this will not come naturally. So what you have to do, you have to speak repeatedly the same sentence. So repetition is the key. I'm not here talking about consume the different kind of uh, long podcast. I'm speaking that only short conversational podcast. You have to pick up some lines, pick up some phrases, and you have to find the meanings, and you have to reuse it in a different situation, and practice is the key, and repeat the same sentence repeatedly, so that your muscle memory will get trained, and that same sentence or the same phrases will come naturally to your mouth whenever you have any conversation when it required, right? The second step हो गया, ये हो गया क्या, imitating, and the third step is reading. And when it comes to reading, I'm not suggesting you to read any books, heavy thick books or any novels. I'm just suggesting you to read anything that interests you. Okay, read anything of your choice. You may be interested in traveling, you may be interested in automobiles, you may be interested in cricket, whatever topic you are interested, just read about that topic, short blogs or short articles. And not just reading, you have to do active reading. What is active reading? While reading, you have to observe the sentences, you have to observe the phrases, how they are written, how the words are used in the sentences, right? So from there you will get an idea. So this is the phrase, and this phrase is written like that, and you can reuse the sentence or reuse the word in a different situation or different context, and you can learn new words. Your vocabulary will improve by this process. And also, after reading, you will start to summarize whatever you read. You try to summarize that by speaking on your in front of the camera, in front of the mirror, just like that, on yourself in a monologue, right? You ask yourself, you answer yourself, monologue. You can do that. And the final step is the most important step also, and also it will help you to correct your English grammar on many things. It is writing. So whatever you learn, you can write. You can write about your daily routine. You can write about your future plans. You can write about anything. Maybe this phone. Anything or any topic can be written. You can write about this phone. You can write about table. You can write about laptop. You can write about this mic. Anything you see around you, you can write about the things. You can describe about the things, right? So if you find difficult about describing something, you can translate, you can do translation, you can, you know, uh, take the help of Google or Chat GPT, right? I will make a detailed video about Chat GPT, how Chat GPT can help you to improve your English in my next video or maybe upcoming videos, right? So the final step is writing. So in this four step, like listening, speaking, reading, and writing, they will help you to train your muscle memory to register that language in our subconscious mind. So whenever you have any conversation, the language will automatically flow from your mouth. You never find it difficult to speak the English language. This is my guarantee. And if you do this for 30 minutes to 1 hour every single day, then after 30 days, you will not be the same person before 30 days you was or you were, right? So yeah, so this is all about this four step. This is not was not a random video. I'm just speaking in front of the camera. So this is a detailed research video. As you can see, I have multiple, papers, and I have researched a lot. I made notes, and based on that, I found the common four steps, and I just shared with you. And if you find this video useful, just share with your friends. And if you have any query about English speaking, just let me know on the comment section so that I can make any video, concerning your problem or comments. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I will meet in my next video. Till that time, you take care of yourself. Bye bye.